Mamaself student. I come from India and I studied in the master program from 2014 until 2016. I spent my first year in Rennes, University of Rennes 1, and after that I studied at LMU for my second year. And yeah, maybe now I can tell you a little bit about my experiences there. So I think when I came to France, to Rennes, it was really like my first real exposure of being by myself outside my country. So it was very exciting, but also a bit unnerving in the beginning. And I really think that the little atmosphere that the Mamaself coordinators had created, I speak for myself at least, in Rennes, was very comforting, and I settled down in the place and I could study, and I learned a lot of different things from a new perspective, because of course if you see the teaching styles in different countries, they're very different. So I think Mamaself is a great program because it allows you the opportunity to travel to so many different places and therefore learn in so many different ways. And not only that, you just experience, apart from the culture and apart from the new people and the new friends and also professors and researchers that you meet, you as a scientist, I really feel that you learn how to look at a topic from different perspectives. So that's interesting, because when I first started my courses in Rennes, I realized that, okay, this is quite a lot of physics, for example. So I came from a chemistry background, so these topics that we studied, for example, a lot of crystallography, a lot of quantum mechanics, a lot of solid state physics, they would really go on to help me with the things that I wanted to do later. For example, in my second year at LMU, where I wrote my master thesis, I was working with a group at TU Munich, which is where we are sitting right now, and it's quite a nice place. So there I went on to study the crystal structure of hybrid perovskite materials, which are really an upcoming field in the field of photovoltaics, so in the field of thin film solar cells. And there I realized that everything that I had learned in Rennes and in summer school and from all these guest lectures that we always had really prepared me to tackle on this master thesis that I took on, which is perfect because now I really appreciate the topic and I like it so much that I write a PhD on it. So we are in front of the X-ray lab in the group of Professor Müller-Buschbaum in the physics department at TU Munich. So over here it just says Röntgenlabor, which is X-ray laboratory. And yeah, let me take you in. One thing I would like to talk about is that the program concentrates on large-scale facility-based experiments. So perhaps if you are a student like me, you would not know what that is when you just look at the program. So what this means is that the program lays a lot of emphasis on experiments and also to get to know the topics which are employed for large-scale experiments, for example, scattering experiments at synchrotron, spectroscopy experiments at synchrotrons or neutron-based sources. So these are actually very powerful techniques which I don't think a lot of people realize are very difficult to access if you're not part of a symposium or a part of a group which has access to it. So Mamaself is an exceptional program because you have so many links to do experiments at facilities like the European Synchrotron Radiation Facility or ILL in Grenoble or DAISY or PSI. So these are really institutes where you can do very high quality of experiments, and this is one of the reasons I stayed on to a group which was part of the Mamaself program, which in my case was Professor Müller-Buschbaum. And as I stayed on and I understood the strength of these techniques, I was very sure about the decision that I made 2 years ago, because I'm sure a lot of students will also face a decision that they have to make. Which master do I choose? So I was completely satisfied, and I think I made a great decision coming into this program, even though in the beginning I didn't know what it was. Because now, after 2 years, I realized, okay, this is perfect, and not a lot of places will give you this opportunity. Apart from that, I made some great friends and people from all over the globe, and you had these wonderful activities which I held by Mamaself. For example, we had a master symposium in Rigi-Kulm in Switzerland, which was essentially on the top of a beautiful mountain, where we spent 3 to 4 days. Then we spent some time in Montpellier, and there were beautiful beaches, and it was so great to do science in such great environments. So yeah, I think it's a great program, and you should ask yourself if it's meant for you too.